Hi guys, I decided to do this short trade example on USDJPY and EURUSD. So on Sunday I uploaded my weekly forecast. That was 3 days ago. I uploaded my weekly forecast where I emphasized that we are going to be in a sell model on dollar index and USDJPY, and we are going to be in a buy model on EURUSD. That means bullish weekly order flow and bearish weekly order flow for the dollar and USDJPY. So I just wanted to highlight to you guys like how I came up to a decision to short USDJPY and to go long on EURUSD. So this is based on that weekly forecast which I did, and it has yielded a few good pips, probably plus or minus 150 pips, and on a Tuesday that is really not bad. It's normally my target for the week, but obviously the market has looked down on us and said, okay, there you go. So yeah, when we look at USDJPY, you can see I highlighted that this strong bullish move to the upside, there was a fair value gap. There's a fair value gap in fact, and it hasn't been filled. You see this high last week Friday to this low, I highlighted that price has to fill up this fair value gap, but it's in this range that you have to expect. You have to expect price to what? To trade to the downside. Remember, you're in a bearish weekly order flow. You're looking for short trades. So once market opened, that was Monday, we see a strong move to the upside, clearing up the high of Friday and this high here, probably these two equal highs, because there were buy stops above there, and we've got our monthly level in this range, which is not highlighted on this chart because I just want you to see exactly the price action. You can go back to the forecast video for if you want to see those levels. So Monday traded higher into the supply zone. See, this is our supply zone and including our fair value gap. So the confluence was aligning for you to be hunting for short trades on the yen, but now it would have to depend on at which level now. So now I'm gonna go on to a H4 time frame. I'm on a daily now. So now when we come to a H4 time frame, you can clearly see the price action that was happening here. Remember this candle which I highlighted, the bearish order block, this up candle here, I highlighted that within this candle or slightly above in this range, you have to be hunting for short trade. So Monday we traded higher, right? We traded high and cleared up the buy stops, but market couldn't hold it. We dropped to the downside, right? That was the first trade. Obviously I don't trade on a Monday. And then we had again this high, price retested again OB. Can you see this strong bullish candle to the upside? There was price imbalance there. Liquidity was just being offered to the upside. Buy stops were only being offered, right? So eventually you expect market to correct that imbalance, which is what has happened now. Already we have dropped to the downside and market has been rebalanced. So now once you see this strong move to the upside, liquidity void, expect market to close that void going to the downside, right? So that would have been your target now. Say, okay, so I'm going to be looking for short trades, and within this strong bullish candle, we've got bearish order blocks on lower time frames. So I'm gonna go on to an H1. Remember, this is you now perfecting your, making sure your price is precise. Firstly, we've got this bearish order block here, right? Yes, price didn't trade that much into it. You see, you'd have probably missed this entry with a couple of pips if you are using this bearish order block as your entry, or if you are using the supply zone. You see this down candle that dropped and never looked back, that's our supply zone. If you are using this candle, then definitely this would have been a trade to the downside. But me, I waited for Tuesday, right? Let me put my daily dividers there so that you guys can see. So I waited for Tuesday, which is this price action here. So Asian range, we had a retest of the supply zone, and then during New York open, you see here, up here, we had the same price action, right? Price retested now the order block which I was interested in, right? This one, this was this bearish order block that got me interested in the what? In the market, because I would have expected price to retest this high. So you can see we clearly have two equal highs, all from a supply zone. So there's two trades that anybody would have taken today on USDJPY going to the downside. Remember, we are looking for short trades only. So now once I've highlighted, I did all this morning. Once I've highlighted this bearish OB that I was expecting to short, I had to put now the time factor into context. And for me, London open, London close, New York open, and New York close always offer the best time to enter into the market. So now we can clearly see the bearish order block was tested towards 3 o'clock. We had an hourly candle testing the bearish order block, and that is towards New York open. So now I'm going to go on to a lower time frame. Once I saw this, I entered into the market with my stop. You can clearly see my stop is roughly about 4 pips above the high that was formed during the Asian session, you see. So basically we can say I've got a 4 pips plus the spread stop loss, which I'm now gonna scale down and trail my stop loss. So you can see I had my entry here. My entry is within the bearish order block, and price tumbled to the downside. You see, this is how you should aim to trade, guys. You see, tumble all the time. New York session, USDJPY is already dropped to close to like 55 pips. Of course, we've got a small retracement now. USDJPY has dropped 55 pips plus or minus, depending with which broker you are using. So this is a short trade, you see, a guaranteed short trade that you would have forecasted on using the weekly analysis that I send on Sunday. So now what I'm gonna do on this trade now is I'm gonna scale down. As you can see, I'm in with a lot size of 0.1. I'm going to scale down my position and move my stop loss just above this up candle's high. So now this is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna go in new order. So I've clicked the new order, then I'm gonna take off half of the position, right? So this is scaling down my exposure, guys, taking off something off the market. Eventually probably market can correct back to the upside while I'm asleep or something. So you can see now I've taken off half of the position. I've got a 0.05 remaining. Now I'm gonna move my stop loss just above this high, right? So now I've got zero exposure. I've got zero risk now on this trade here. Whichever way it decides to do, I've already taken off some of the profits, but you can already see price is almost reaching my target. My target is just roughly below, where are we, 105.56. so I do expect price to reach that level. Now coming on to EURUSD, this one is a no-brainer, especially for the guys in the mentorship. Remember, I did highlight to you guys that I even gave you an assignment. This down candle here is gonna offer us great opportunities, and so far we have taken, I think, 2 great opportunities to the upside on EURUSD, or from this bullish OB here. You see, I did mention that, and most of the guys, yes, they did take advantage of that. So now my trade on EURUSD was based on this bullish order block. So now if I'm to go, let me highlight it first. I'm gonna highlight the body of the bullish OB, which if you go back to my weekly forecast video, you see that I highlighted this area here as a potential area to look for long entries. Remember, we are in a buy model on EURUSD. We are looking for bullish weekly order flow. So now I'm gonna go into a lower time frame. So the gray shaded area, that is my hunting area for long entries. Already you can see the same time that I opened that short trade on USDJPY is the same time I opened my long entry on EURUSD. That was during this down candle here. You buy when everyone else is selling, because probably most of the retail traders, when they saw this big bodied candle to the downside, they were selling. Same applies on USDJPY. When they saw that strong bullish candle to the upside, they were buying. If I'm not far away, let me just go to my H4. All right, you see this strong bullish candle here, the one that cleared this high, and this high buy stops cleared here. Most retail traders, they would have been buying here. But if you use institutional supply and demand, you'd have known already that's your trigger to buy into the market, because the big funds, they would have been looking to buy in this area here. So once I saw this strong selling to the downside, I knew that something was up. Once that candle closed, I opened my long position and took the market to the upside. And as you can see right now, market has moved close to 75 pips. So that's 75 plus 55, a couple of 130 something pips on the two assets, which is not bad, you see. And it's a case of being consistent now, and make sure you are precise and perfecting your skill. That is really not bad for a Tuesday. And so that's how I got to take this long position. It was all because of that daily bullish order block. So if I go onto a lower time frame, you can clearly see. So my H4 closed here. We were deep in that discount zone. Remember, market moving to the upside. So we tested the bullish order block. I knew that price was not going to break this low, because if it did break this low here, down here at 116.97, then the market structure would have changed. You see, market structure would have definitely changed if price had closed below this level. Market structure would have changed. So as long as price trades above this level and retest this daily bullish order block, I expect a couple of few pips, you see, good trades to the upside. So yeah, that's what I wanted to share with you guys regarding the two trades And most of the guys in the group, you have noticed I did highlight in the morning that we are going to see higher movements on EURUSD. I hope you did manage to take the opportunities, because remember, I'm not a signal provider. I can only help you in market analysis so that you get to make a decision by yourself, thereby improving your trading results. So I'm going to do the same on this trade here. I'm going to take off half of the position, right? I'm going to close it, and I'm going to go to let me go to H1. Then I'm going to trail my stop just above my daily order block, so that way I've got no risk on the trade that is currently running. So yeah, that's pretty much what I wanted to highlight to you. And if you look also on update on the dollar index, you can clearly see the buy stops that I highlighted, boom, they were cleared and market tumbled to the downside, you see. So it's also a decision which I factored in when I took the short position on the yen and the long position on EURUSD. You can clearly see what happened, what kind of price action we have here. So as long as the price is trading below 93.95 on dollar, expect short trades to be ideal on USDJPY and long trades ideal on EURUSD. So yeah, that's pretty much about it, guys. Just wanted to share with you how I came to the decision of taking these short trades on these two assets on a Tuesday. So yeah, I wish you guys good luck and happy trading. Thank you, guys.